Howdy, Mutantville. Looks like the Technomancers are all set up already, just kind of warped in.
Greetings, Zachariah.
I think it's time I answered Victor's constant attacks. I'm gonna need help, though.
That's what family is for, Zachariah. We are family, united by the mutual suffering inflicted by Victor. His time to pay for all he's done has come. We are united in that.
I know it's just a generic message that's going to show up for every single character I talk to for that purpose, but it's really weird to be like, to have the dialogue say, offer an alliance against Victor, when there's no alliance to be had here. I literally am their leader. They have to do what I say, and or at least like this. If they have to listen to anyone, I'm the closest at least. Oh, joystick, where are you going? That was weird.
Hi.
Zachariah, to what do I owe this privilege?
I'm looking for work. You need help with anything?
Our nation is just beginning. There is enough work for 1 billion men. For example, an old, worn-down pump at one of our artesian wells has stopped working. And where it is, a creature lurks, terrifying our workers, keeping them from the repairs. If you could, get rid of the creature and make the repairs. You may need a good mechanic, unless you're able to repair it on your own.
Let me see what I can do. I heard you escaped. How'd you do it?
Through a very sad and beautiful story. Sad because of the lives such success cost. Beautiful for the outcome it created. Are you aware of the conditions of the prisoner camps? Factories of pain and sadness. Mutants are harassed by fellow inmates and guards alike. Beaten, mistreated, forced to work. Many died from exhaustion or untreated wounds. One day, one of my people had fallen from exhaustion. I tried to stop a guard from hitting him. Understand, I am not violent, but their violence had to stop, so I struck the guard, and after that, events escalated. Rioting soon had become the only solution. We never had the thought of running away, only the need to show we would not live in those conditions anymore. A man, another prisoner, gave us aid.
You remember his name?
Yes, Roy Temperance. He had a boy. Innocence, I believe. They gave us tools to defend ourselves, but the key to our escape came with the death of the camp's administrator.
A soldier?
A Technomancer, placed there by his superiors for disobeying orders, from what I understood. No one dared look him in the eyes. His name was, if I recall correctly, Sean Mancer. Did you know him?
Yeah, I knew Sean. He was my master. He was growing tired of the path Abundance was taking, and he probably said it one too many times, to one too many people.
I am sorry, Zachariah. Even if his death made way for our escape, I can feel your pain.
Oh, so you're new in town. If Sean of all people got you here in the first place, that's a very short time scale. I had more of a feeling that you were actually here for a while, at least longer than that.
Tell me what you know about Phobos.
We are not too well acquainted as I am new to here, but what I can say is that he is incredible, courageous, and intelligent. A large reason the valley has become what it is today. He freed many dozens of us, forged trade agreements for us with Noctis, kept us informed of the news from Abundance. Unlike many, never once has he let himself be blinded with hate for humans. When he speaks, mutants listen. He has seeded our young nation, and for that, he has my eternal respect.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm happy with my semi-accidental decision of having Phobos be the leader, because if he's this new around here, he doesn't seem to be the best choice for a leader. It should be somebody from the community, and Phobos has... Not only does he have the opportunity to be a good leader because he doesn't hate humans and everything, and he's not a warmongering lunatic, but he's also a long-standing member of the community and someone who constantly frees people and constantly helps, so he just has the experience on top of the personality. It's kind of weird, actually. Like, this feels like something you'd expect from like near the end of Dragon Age, any Dragon Age game really, where they're like Templars versus mages, and like both sides have reasons for you to be on their side, because they both actually have like a stance and everything, but like one of them seems kind of like the bad guys, one of them seems kind of like the good guys, even though it's more gray than that, and there's just sort of there's a contrast. So you kind of would expect some kind of breakdown between like this guy, you'd expect this guy to go up against Kane. Kane's the name of the guy, right? I think that's the name of the warmongering type guy, or Phobos against Kane, or just two contrasting ideals going at it, and you gotta pick a side and go on and so forth, and like it would be like the culmination of a storyline. Like you'd spend a whole act with the mutants and then pick one side over the other. Instead, we walked in here, and within 5 minutes, I'm helping pick their current leader, despite having no experience around here or influence, which was weird. But also the two people I'm picking between don't seem to actually have that much a difference in their ideals, which also makes it weirdly feel pointless to choose in the first place. This whole storyline feels kind of weirdly mismanaged.
What do you know about Kane?
Our murderous brother, ragefully violent, greedy for power, hungry for revenge, chose his name from the legendary assassin of the settlers, a hero whose legend he hopes to live up to. His only drive is to eradicate humankind, and his hate has become contagious, gathering followers who feel the need for revenge deep within their hearts. It is not that they are wrong, for all the hurt they have suffered. It is just that, for a hopeful future, they are not right.
Where are you from?
The mines that would become Camp 19 during the war. I was born a slave, the last in a long line of mutants. The first, I am told, to have committed the treachery that cost him their face and soul.
Tell me you don't believe that bullshit.
The beliefs one are raised in are hard to shake, no matter how hard one tries. Since I have been here, talked to Phobos and others, it has become a story that seems less than likely. If you wish to know of the mines from which I came, there is little I can tell. They dug for water and ore. It was harsh, isolated. Then it became a camp, and it changed and became hell.
You crossed the desert to get here, didn't you? How'd that go?
It is a desert now, only by name. Our planet is changing, growing, with or without its inhabitants. The lichen has been spreading, and at night, the dunes come alive with life. Dangerous, yes, but it is telling how your kind have turned this planet into a large rock with just a few cities. You dream of leaving it, and that is good for you. But for my kind, there is no hope of acceptance back on the blue marble. This is our home, from now into eternity. And with that, it is with great joy that I witness our planet open itself up to life.
You could be wrong about that. They could be better. Wow, this is the first time I've ever actually truly felt the day-night cycle. It went from really bright out to really dark, and it's all lit by candlelight and everything. I feel like it's never been this apparent that the game actually changes time of day. Like, you'll remember when I was inside the first area in Abundance, in the slums, I would look up at the sky and look at the vent, and then I would skip to nighttime and look at the vent again. I'm like, no, it's still just a bright light coming through the vent. That's not how nighttime's supposed to work. Weird. But this actually, like, midway through the conversation, I'm like, it's getting dark, isn't it? Huh. That's different. But you don't know, man. We don't know how things are on Earth. Maybe they're really accepting of mutants. Maybe mutants exist there, too, for reasons that are maybe mildly surprising to us or something. It's conceivable. So let's do a quick recap of your guys' equipment, because we haven't checked through these characters for a while. Do I finally have a helm to give you, by the way? Nope. The only extra hood I've had is that one gangster hood, and I haven't really wanted to give anyone that. There we go. That's some more defense. Pretty much going for defense over all else. Alright. I actually can switch between the two characters actively too. Ooh. AC breastplate. There we go. Disruptor gun. Nope, not so much. How about you? Nope, not the gloves either. How about weapons? You've got garbage. Oh, you got a pretty good machete option here. Nice. Kane's trousers. Why do we have Kane's trousers? Slightly distressing. Hey, we got his pants. It's Kane's pants. We're not crazy, right? That's not weird. How do you feel about wearing Kane's pants, dude? Little alarmed? That's normal, don't worry. Kane's boots. It's got other benefits. Go ahead and put those on there. Make him look a little bit complete. Oh wait, yeah, we just took down Kane. Never mind, sorry. It's been a little bit since the last episode. I forgot that we just took down Kane right before I stopped last time. That's why I got pieces of his equipment. That's another character that feels like a long-standing villain that seems to be surprisingly maybe not that long-standing.
Zach, can we need to talk. Alone.
Sure. What's going on?
I want to keep investigating. Remember what we found in the archives? The secret military shit and Eos Chasma?
Yeah. So how do you want to do this?
We gotta find a way to get into the military archives in Ophir and steal some files.
We don't even know where these files are, Amelia. But maybe I know someone who could point us in the right direction. Eliza Major, my former captain, would have access to all of them.
Ask her to read them and tell us what the hell's in there then. After that, we just gotta get back to the rover and make trails for Eos Chasma.
That road must have been taken dozens of times, Amelia. If your father was there, we'd have found him by now.
That's not true, Zach. Nobody takes that road anymore. Not with the shadow paths. There's no reason to take the rovers that way since the area's already been mapped out. All he wanted was to find that kid. We should take that road, Zach. Please.
Sure. If that's what you want to try. You know it's been a long time though, Amelia. The odds of us ever finding him alive...
They don't exist, Zach. He's dead. I know that. Honestly, I just want to know why.
Oh, mandatory party change. Alright. Nisha. Now Amelia's in the party. Good. All set. So it looks like we're gonna have the Act 3 version of every single character's story now. Which feels a little artificial and forced. In this case, it feels especially awkward because You're not the right character. Hang on a second. Amelia, there we go. In this case, it feels especially awkward just because we already went to the archives to find the information. And instead of finding information, really, we kind of just left. And now they're talking about going to the archives again. I'm like, why didn't we take care of this last time? And it kind of feels like the game was just kind of deciding, no, it has to be a 3-step quest for every single side character. Because you'll remember all these characters had one story mission really quickly during Act 1. We freed Phobos from jail optionally and got him his stuff for his mother. We dealt with Andrew for sure with the he's looking for that other Technomancer. Amelia wanted information about her father, so we went into Scott's files. There's definitely something involving Scott. He was just a main character for a bit there. Nisha's friend was in trouble. So like every single character had a Act 1 quest. We just did all of the Act 2 quests, and now they're all gonna have an Act 3 quest. So there's something about the design in this game that's very paint by numbers, where they're like, everything has to have 3 quests, and the game has to have 3 acts, and bosses always have to happen at these exact intervals, and you're going to have 100 hit points that you can increase by intervals of 10%. Like everything's so weirdly specific and predictable that it kind of feels like they just had a flowchart of like, this is the game we need to make, these are all the steps we need to take, and it starts to feel a little bit less like a vision, or like things exist for a reason, and more that like they just needed to just paint by numbers. That's what the concept is. It's like when you get the drawing, and it has all of the lines there, and you just color in all of the slots with the numbers that are there. Like it's so mechanically planned out that it's just kind of stiff. It's like for all intents and purposes, there was the one thing where we go into Scott's files, and then the one part where we go into the military archive, and that should be the end of her story.
Door's blocked on the other side. Gotta find another path.
The next part, it feels like the next part should either be some sort of final step of like finding the father himself, or nothing else. But instead, we're having a third time where it's like, let's go over here and maybe we can find some text about her father again and again. Just like how we had to confirm that the ASC had infiltrated Noctis. Then we had to confirm that the Vori had infiltrated Noctis. Then we had to confirm again that the ASC had infiltrated Noctis. And it's like, is this how you want to handle this? Are you sure? I got a little turned around here, didn't I? Oh wow, this is not really connected the way you'd think it was. You have to go around the entire outside, it looks like, to get to that side. Okay. We're gonna want to go out the front door and try to loop around if we can. Well, time to learn the layout of Noctis and exactly how this place works. Not Noctis, the mutant settlement. Noctis is absolutely the wrong thing to call it. But we'll try looping around this outside wall.
That scum in Phobos managed to stop Cain. That crazy zealot would have led us to the grave.
I only wish that Phobos had not sought the help of humans. Mutant problems should end with mutant solutions.
In a perfect world, yes. But you and I both know that Mars is far from that. They just wanted to lend a hand to Phobos. We should be glad there's still humans happy to befriend us.
Well, when you put it that way...
Yeah, exactly. When you put it that way, you shouldn't decline help. Otherwise, you're just being racist. And isn't that the thing that you're complaining about? This looks like a dead end, so I'm wondering if there's something up here. Just to explain away its existence, basically. Hey guys. Oh, it's your house, huh? I'm intruding pretty hard right now. Sorry. Sorry. Just trying to settle in the mutant settlement.
Glorious day. Phobos, chosen to be the great orator. He will surely usher us into an era of peace and freedom.
Admit it, you find him attractive.
What? How dare you? Just because I'm a female, I can't be interested in politics. Not every female falls head over heels over a beefy, chiseled, charming... Wait, I bet you think he's attractive.
No, he has nice charisma. That's all.
Oh, just give up and fuck already. Just gonna have an extended side conversation about Phobos's, like, garbled pecs. What do we have over here? It seems like the outside path we're trying to take here, right? Hopefully it just sort of pans out. Hello. All these chests. Even though canonically I'm just looting directly from the mutants, so there's actually pretty questionable behavior on my part. Hey, there's a ladder up there. I get the feeling you don't knock it down either. I think this is just people's domiciles, not a shortcut that you unlock by exploring, like the ladders usually mean. Hey guys, you're glowing. You should get that checked out. That's just gonna make you mutate even more. Is that your sword that's glowing? How did you get a sword to glow?
Hey,
Hello. How are you?
someone told me about you, so I wanted to come say thanks. Your instructions helped me save my friend.
I'm just happy you got there in time. We would have helped ourselves, but feared letting humans know free mutants roam around.
Don't blame you. You see what led to all of that? By the time I got there, they tortured my friend, and the Technomancer in charge was leaving.
Found himself surrounded by the Technomancer and his soldiers, who wanted to know where they could find a man named Zachariah. You, I suppose.
What did he tell him?
Not the answer you are scared he gave. He said nothing of your location. Instead, he told this other Technomancer that he knew who he was, but it did not seem to matter. The question was asked again. This time your friend screamed back that he knew who he was, and that they must listen to him. That is when they began to beat him, and he began to scream for mercy. Mercy that would not come, even as he screamed that he could do something for them. The violence only grew. That is when we ran to warn Dandolo.
What he was offering to do for them, I do not know. He never said. But it did not matter anyway. All they wanted to know was where you were. Nothing else to them mattered. The torture lasted for hours. Your friend may be not all there, but his loyalty cannot be doubted.
Thanks. And thank you for going to Dandolo.
Of course.
So how long was he tortured for, like, literally days? Because, you watched him you saw him get tortured, and he got tortured and tortured and tortured. Then you ran off to talk to Dandolo, and then eventually you have to then wait for me to meet up with Dandolo to even know about the situation. And then I eventually go out and fight my way to find him. Like, there's so much traveling and rover involved in there that, like, he must have been tortured for days. Because he was conveniently just leaving right when we got there. You guys are just... You just sort of gesturing at a pit? He's like dancing by the pit? Is that what we do here? Why is there a pit? I guess it's just ruins, I suppose. Or whatever they were for originally. Oh well, you guys have your fun. Is this the other side of that gate? It's probably a different gate altogether, right? Not quite. If I open it from this side, maybe we'll have shortcuts. It might have even been opened before, I'm not sure. Or it might be a different floor altogether. Let's see here. Yeah, this attaches to the front entrance of before. It's fine. It's giving me a chance to walk around and look at this place, because there's a lot of directions to check out, and as we saw already, you can stumble upon NPCs that can have various impacts. I want to see how this place is laid out. What kind of secrets it might have in store for me, besides just story missions. Because otherwise, the next thing I'm going to do is just leave immediately and go check out the military archives again. Is this, just another one of these pillars, basically? These cylinders, these towers? Moving on up. Hi. Please don't die, me. Be very bad news for me. Oh. Let's get in there. Uh-oh. That bodes poorly for me. Oh. Dodging. Alright. Oh. Ah, crap. I tried to dodge, but the shockwave got me. Woohoo! Oh, are we leaving his aggro range or something? I'm about to die. He's out of here. Buffalo Toad Y. Oh, geez. Wow, wow, wow. That poison's real. Heal. And he healed. Alright. So he charges you constantly, but if you make the mistake of actually backing away from a charging thing, then the game resets the fight. That's weird and unintuitive. Crap. Yeah. Come on, buddy. Oh, no! Oh, the way he just pulls you into it's rough. There we go. If I could just get his... There we go. If I could just get my allies to have his attention for just a moment, I'd be so much better off. Oh, here it comes again. Nope. Nope. Uh-oh. I'm gonna get caught in the middle of this, aren't I? Not quite. Nope. That's poison. Nope. No. There we go. Oh, come on, man. Come on. We were doing good. Oh. Ah, shit. Oh, no. No, no, no. No, I was doing good. Crap, heal. It goes bad so fast. Spiders loves to have the most incredibly fragile protagonists, don't they? Because between this game and Bound by Flame, it's weird just how fast you go down. It's like, I just dead in a few seconds, really. a ground pound of all things is the most lethal move this guy has. It's like, I hit the ground a little bit, that means your bones are shattered now. Haha, your legs are dead. That's how skeletons work. Nope. Get him. There we go. That poison, wow. That screen gets green. Out of here. You can have that to yourself, honestly. Your locked chest. I just want to kill everything. Dissipate. Dissipate. There we go. And that loops right back to the main base again. And, oh, there we go. There's something. What do you got for me? Some more basic components. Let's see if there's anything hidden right. Oh! The game really freezes for a moment every time you try to open a door. Which is weird because it's like... all it... like, I guess it's just an autosave or something? Because, like, there's nothing to... presume... oh, wow, there's something invisible right here. Yeah, there's just an invisible object right here. Is it a chest? Can I open it? I don't know. There's just something here. Like, right in the middle. I don't know what the deal is with that. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of invisible stuff up here. It just didn't load any of the physical objects up here. So not only did it freeze... not only does it awkwardly freeze the game to load when you open the, gate, which is weird, but then it doesn't. It actually fails to load things anyway. So this is a technical marvel we're dealing with here. Now I just want to run into various walls a little bit just to see if there's weird invisible objects between me and them that I don't know about at first. Oh, this looks like a big open area for a fight. They put these corpses around. Oh, that's not a corpse. Never mind. I was about to talk about how I keep seeing this ostrich corpse everywhere, and then I saw a health bar. Silly me. Level 30. Why not? Let's go ahead and get that out of the way right now. Probably going to Guardian, right? What's this one? Increased damage caused by mace attacks by 10%. That seems like a pretty obvious thing to grab. So I'll just grab that right away. Now that I'm going down that tree, I'm getting all these bonuses for the melee weapons I was already using anyway. Hey there. More heals, always good. Level 2 lock. I forgot what my situation is with locks. I can only do level 1 locks, I think. Yeah, if it's level 2, I don't think I can do it. Haven't done a lot of locks lately. I still feel like the entire jacket situation's so dumb. Being able to put on magical jackets that let you access things is... why? It's just bizarre. Partly because it circumvents the first third of every skill tree, basically. Nullifying some of the purpose of... yeah, it keeps doing that, weird. It nullifies some of the purpose of actually specializing. But also, that means that there's an in-lore expectation that apparently wearing the right jacket magically teaches you how to lockpick or be a scientist. Those are difficult concepts to reconcile. It really can't handle that I'm trying to open doors. Weird. So is this the door I started off trying to go through? Yes it is. This is the first one I tried to access. So now we have access to this whole place. There we go. Just had to fight our way through the one area. Now let's see what else is causing problems around town. Hey, down there. That's the machine we need to fix up, right? I wonder if it'll have a science check or not. Make use of that skill that I've been building up, but it has not come up nearly as often as other skills, making the usefulness of these skills very asymmetrical, in my opinion.
There it is. There's the well we talked about.
And here's the pump. It's a total wreck. I could fix it up, but I'd need the materials.
Got another solution?
I do know where we can grab the spares. City generators in Ophir and Noctis. It'll piss a lot of people off, but only thing I can think of. Up to you.
That was a weird moment. It did the over-the-shoulder camera that it always does when I'm talking to somebody. But I was facing that direction over there, and there was no one there. And she was behind me, and she was also facing the opposite direction. And that was how we were having our canned dialogue conversation. We have weird moments sometimes. Is there anything down there? Doesn't seem like it. Kind of curious to see if they let you knock down the ladder, though. Does not seem like it. Alright, let's pick a new objective then. Or follow up on this one. So we need 3 allies at least in order to continue with the story. Eliza Major, Dandolo, Anton Rogue, Bulgakov. Bulgakov's on my team after doing the newspaper story, right? That's the army, Noctis, the free mutants, and the opposition. So depending on if you need friendly or good, and I don't know which one it is, I should be able to get Noctis, the mutants, and the opposition all on my team, which is definitely more than 3. Definitely not the Vori. Vori are not fans of mine. Otherwise, we need to find where Patience was taken. What else do we have here? There's another round of the arena showing up, so if I head back to town, I can deal with that again. That's another case of the very paint by numbers part of how this game handles. Like, there's 3 round fights where you fight 3 waves of enemies you've already seen elsewhere in the game, and those 3 rounds of those 3 waves occur during the 3 acts of the game. Even though Act 2 and Act 3 occur outside of Abundance, which means you have to walk all the way through Abundance and all the way through the slums to this back corner of the slums to then visit the where they put that quest. It's bizarre. So we need to talk to Scott. We need to look for. We need to steal from either an Ophir or a Noctis generator to help the mutants. That's kind of dark, because it seems like the generator would almost be damaging people that could be innocent. That said, between the 2 of them, probably the most... Probably feel the least bad about stealing from Ophir, just because they have the resources where they could take care of whatever. And also because it's their fault in the first place why the mutants are out here and having to fend for themselves in the first place. Otherwise, we need to meet with Eliza. We need to steal an Ophir generator, or a piece from it. Talk to Scott. Go to the bookmaker. How funny would it be if I tried to convince the beggars to leave now? It's still a quest after all this time, but now I'm not even working for them anymore, so it'd be extra baffling if I was kicking them out for no reason. But the quest is still there, which is kind of funny to me. So yeah, we'll talk to Scott real quick, then we'll head back to Ophir to deal with at least 3 different objectives, along with also talking to the captain to recruit her. So at least 4 different objectives then. Go get some stuff done. I'll hold off on asking Dandolo until we actually have a reason to go back to Noctis, because I'm sure we will.